Yo, what is up, y'all? My name is Devin, and today... Hey guys, Editing Devin here. I just wanted to apologize that the microphone is literally in the frame. I did not notice that while I was filming. If you can get over it, I promise there's some very high quality information in this video. I'm not bullshitting you. Stick around. I'm going to be breaking down what I've done thus far to help my top surgery scars heal. If y'all do not know, I had top surgery with Dr. Russell Sassani in Plantation, Florida on November 29th of last year, which would be 2022. I did have double incisions, so I was left with scars, but I've been doing everything I can for the most part to fade my scars. And I'm going to give you guys some insight into what products I've used and then what methods I've applied to help my scars stay as least visible as possible. But before we get into that, if you are interested in one-on-one coaching, a meal plan, or a training plan, go ahead and email me at devindoescoaching@gmail.com. If you are new here, please go ahead and subscribe. It really helps my channel grow. Quick disclaimer before I break down all of the methods, all of the products, and everything that I've done to help my scars heal. Everybody has different skin. Everybody has different genetics. Keloids and, thickening, elevation of the scar is very, very genetic. It comes down to your family and if you're prone to getting keloids, if you're prone to getting very thick scars. So there's an element of this that can be controlled with your post-op care, but there's also an element of this that is not highly preventable. Now, I'm not saying that to freak anybody out and you're like, oh, I can't get top surgery because I'm going to have these huge giant scars. If you see someone who has like very large or thick or raised scars, it's not because they didn't care enough. It's not because they didn't put in enough effort. Some things are simply just out of our control, okay? And then on top of that, everybody has scars, bro. Like, everybody has scars. I have some homies who have scars from going through a rough time in their life. Motherfuckers are cooking. They accidentally cut themselves. Like, everybody has scars. I think we forget that. It's not necessarily a bad thing. With that in mind, I don't love the idea of having visible scars because I feel like it's a way for people to clock me. And as you can imagine, it's not amazing for everybody in the world to know that you're trans. So the first thing that I've done, and I've been religious with this, and this has been the most consistent thing throughout all of my top surgery care, and I'm about 7 months post-op right now, if I'm not mistaken. The number one thing that I've used has been Mepitac tape, okay? It doesn't necessarily have to be Mepitac tape. It can be any silicone-based tape, but the reasoning behind this is that it applies compression. It's literally just pressing down on your scars to help break up that scar tissue, okay? This single-handedly has been the best thing that I've done, and I've had people ask me like, oh, how long do you leave it on for? Literally, guys, I live in this, and the only time that I take it off is when it's naturally coming off by itself in the shower, okay? So I don't touch it unless it starts peeling off, and that, I think, has been really key, and my surgeon did say this makes the best difference for most of us. The next thing that I did, and I was a little bit more religious with this, around the 8-week to like 4-month time period post-op, I massaged my scars with bio oil. Now, it did come to my attention that bio oil is just really good at marketing, and it doesn't really make a great difference on if you're using bio oil or like jojoba oil. Is it jojoba or jojoba? I'm probably just putting too much sauce on that, but that oil also works. Most oils will help break that scar tissue down. I think that bio oil has just done an immaculate job at marketing themselves to be very useful for top surgery scars. Like, I know they have paid for some posts by trans guys who are influencers, but in reality, the main mechanism of action behind using oil, any oil period, the moisture and the massaging is going to help break down that scar tissue. So it doesn't make a huge difference in what kind of oil you use. So don't feel like you have to go and drop however much money this was. I remember thinking this is more expensive than it has to be. So you can just go to Walmart, invest in some jojoba oil. That's way cheaper. You don't have to go all in on this. But I was pretty religious with massaging my scars. I massaged my scars about every day for, I'd say, like a good 16-week period. Now, I have fallen off a little bit with massaging my scars just because as time passes, you're kind of like, okay, bro, like, we get it. I had top surgery. I'm massaging my scar. Like, it just gets fucking annoying. It's not the most sustainable thing in the world, but when you are a little bit obsessive after you just got surgery, I would say take advantage of that hunger you have. The next thing that I did was the first few times that I did go out in the sun, I wore KT tape, something that can lead to hyperpigmentation, which means your scars will carry more color for longer. Sun, like UV exposure, right? So what I did to block that UV exposure was I used KT tape. I just cut KT tape and layered it on top of that silicone tape, and that helped block the sun. The silicone tape is kind of translucent once you put it on your skin. So what I pretty much did was I cut out a strip of this tape to layer over this. I didn't just put the whole entire thing because that would be weird. weird. I had like the skin color version of this, and I cut it out thin so that it just covered my scars. I actually had a homie, his name is Gabe. He gave me pointers before I got surgery. My surgeon did recommend that I don't go in the sun for a year after top surgery. I went in the sun about, I'd say 6 months after top surgery, if I'm not mistaken, but I did take, you know, preventative care. I didn't just say fuck it. I think that saying fuck it, you might feel gratified in the moment, but in the long run, if you don't want to have super visible scars, the sun can be damaging. And then I did go to Hawaii recently. I went to Maui. I actually did pack both of these items, but I did not pack a scissors, and I didn't feel like buying a new pair of scissors. When my tape fell off initially after the flight, I just kept it off. What I did do was I applied sunscreen, okay? So I could not find the original sunscreen that I used when I was in Hawaii, but it essentially came in a little tube like this, and it just said Scar sunscreen, and I think it was like SPF 30 if I'm not mistaken. And my scars are somewhat visible, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, but I do think that my work has paid off a little bit. Like, they're not extremely visible. I think only when people get close to me they see them. So those are my tips, those are the methods, and those are the products that I have used to sort of mitigate my double incision scars. If y'all have anything that you know has genuinely worked that you've tried for yourself, please drop that in the comment section down below. You never know who it may help, because everybody does have different skin and different things work for different people, okay? Like I said, if you are interested in coaching, maybe you're looking to get ready for top surgery, you want to have the best package possible for your doctor, go ahead and email me. That will be linked down below. Follow me on Instagram, which will also be linked down below. And like I always say, Devin loves you, Devin's a Don, and Devin is out of here, boy.